The fact that he's a gigantic guy. He's got a tremendous amount of power. We don't know what his submission defense is like. What we do know about Frank Mir is, the thing that's ever been questioned about him is his dedication and his training, especially post he was 100%. One thing we do know about him, his jiu-jitsu is top-notch, and he's a very big guy himself at 255 pounds.
You know, it's very interesting. Post-WWE, remember this, he was a national wrestler to be a real fighter.
Not only that, it's a phenomenal base to start from. Being a really solid MMA fighter, he's really putting together a great MMA game.
Belt, or will Brock Lesnar prove to all that he...
That's it. Being in the UFC for me, it really comes down to now, can Brock Lesnar fight? Gotta be that guy.
That was right there.
Octagon.
Is in my way. I'm at the national tournament, and it's the first
Division I wrestler, he was a champion. I just have to outstrike him. This is the real thing. There's no substitute. This is not a college wrestling match.
Yeah.
Keep firing off submissions and keep him off his toes and make him uncomfortable that if he does...
Ball's getting big. As I dump him on his head.
Him to taste his own blood going down his throat. I want him to feel pain.
The mat.
My ability to win this fight is to put him to sleep, either with a choke or with a punch.
He looked very lean at the weigh-ins. He looked in shape. We said before, really been the only knock on Frank is that he hasn't many guys before him like Randy Couture. He's an incredibly talented guy and not just in the top position like a lot of heavyweights are. He's one of the unused to get a guy on their back. So most people, that's where their game develops. He's going to be fighting wrestlers, and what he's really got to be good at is fighting off his back. And that
Brock Lesnar was a national champion, so he knows how to train. Mentally, conference on Thursday, it actually made him work harder knowing the challenge.
He went through a real rough road coming back. He had some fights where he wasn't 100%, but right now, it'll put him right back in line for contention for a shot at the heavyweight.
In places to see how a wrestler would react. Frank Mir to the division, and at 28 years old, he believes that his
potential. He hasn't taken too many beatings.
Brock Lesnar, Minnesota, trains at the same camp as Sean Scherk. The power of this world-class athlete.
That's what he looks like. Just brought in straight by Central Casting. Ripped and more. The regular XXL gloves didn't fit him. They had to make bigger gloves. He looks poised. He looks focused. We know if you see the UFC all-access moves like Sean Scherk, except that over 100 pounds heavier.
It's national champion at Bismarck State College. National champion at heavyweight. And he entered big dude. Frank Mir. Lesnar. Karate background for Mir. Lesnar. 30, Mir 28. Both are 6'3". Lesnar weighed in at 2-1 wants to know if Brock Lesnar can truly...
...of fighting in the UFC heavyweight division of 10 wins with 3 losses. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall. UFC heavyweight champion of the world! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is 65 pounds. Fighting out of Minneapolis, St. Paul, Minnesota. He makes his Octagon debut. Ladies and gentlemen, Lesnar!
All right, this is it.
Brock Lesnar. And here we go. He's in half guard.
Frank Mir working towards
the big question is,
he's taking some punches here.
Just over.
Stand up.
Just a timeout. Warning.
Interesting.
While Mir turned away.
Exactly.
You know, I think that
He rocks Frank Mir. Lesnar.
he's in a dominant position.
Away.
He's got to be careful.
He is teeing off, though, Brock Lesnar is.
But he's got to be
Going
careful.
for the
Get his
arm
arm out of
again.
there.
Lesnar.
He's
Can
got
he
a
do
hold
it? Lesnar!
The fight to the WEC said if Mir is going to catch him. Wow. Let's take a look at the action again. Spins to that leg, grabs a hold of it, pins it.
Took some serious shots.
There are so few heavyweights that have such an deep, and Brock Lesnar forced to submit.
As the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, by tap out due to a knee bar, Frank!
Finally finished it as he caught the leg.
First of all, congratulations, and before I even do this interview, I have to say, I got to give props to him. He's going to get him in a leg lock or a foot lock.
Yeah, I see on a big guy, the neck and the legs are what's always vulnerable.
It's been such a...
Feels spectacular, especially since I threw that leg kick and fell down. The submission.
Well, you've always been known as having one of the best guards in the division, and let's...
That time, Mark Lehman showed me that. When he pulls out of the armbar, the leg, and just drove into it.
Well, beautiful technical display of jiu-jitsu. Congrats.
His daughter Isabella in attendance here tonight. Is it with Brock Lesnar?
All right, I'm here with Brock. Things happen, right?
Lots of love.
MMA, and a big task in fighting a former UFC heavyweight champion.
I said, maybe we questioned his heart. And, you go back to the drawing board every day in the workout room.
This is what you've dedicated yourself to. This is not the end of Brock Lesnar. That's a great attitude, and we are happy to have you here in the UFC and look forward to...
30 years old, he has the opportunity to truly be a factor. Greatest heavyweight jiu-jitsu practitioners of all time, and Brock, boom. Absolutely spectacular submission for them. Be the future of the division. Take a look at it one more. And Lesnar knew he was in trouble. When Mir grabbed his leg, he tried in body to finish this fight. And he did. Another day. And Frank Mir says, watch out, heavyweight title.